Who is James the Just? How did he become a leader of the early church without being one of the original disciples? In the Bible, several individuals named James are mentioned. 1. James, son of Zebedee. He is one of the 12 apostles chosen by Jesus. He was the brother of John and part of the inner circle of Jesus, often present at significant events like the Transfiguration. He was the first apostle to be martyred. He was executed by King Herod Agrippa I around 44 or 45 AD by sword. 2. James, son of Alphaeus, also called James the Less. He is another of the 12 apostles chosen by Jesus. Not much is known about him from the Bible, but he is sometimes identified with James the Less mentioned in Mark 15 verse 40. 3. James, the father of an apostle named Judas, not Iscariot. He is mentioned in Luke 6 verse 16. But today, we learn about James the Just, also known as James the Righteous or James Adelphos, who was an important figure in early Christianity and Judaism. While Josephus, a Jewish historian, provides some information about him, most of what we know comes from early Christian writings, particularly the New Testament and other historical sources. Family background. James was the brother of Jesus, according to the New Testament. He was born and raised in Nazareth in Galilee. Leadership in the early church. After the crucifixion of Jesus, James emerged as a leader in the early Christian community in Jerusalem. He played a significant role in the early Christian church, often referred to as the brother of the Lord. Role in the Jerusalem Council. In the book of Acts, Acts 15, James is depicted as a key figure in the Jerusalem Council, where the question of whether Gentile converts to Christianity needed to be circumcised and follow Jewish law was debated. His judgment that Gentile converts should not be burdened with such requirements played a crucial role in the development of Christianity as a universal religion. Ascetic practices. Josephus mentions James in his Antiquities of the Jews, Book 20, Chapter 9, 1, describing him as the brother of Jesus, who was called Christ, whose name was James. Josephus indicates that James was also known as James the Just, and describes him as a man of ascetic habits, living an austere life of prayer and fasting. Josephus was a Jewish historian of the 1st century CE, known for his works, The Jewish War, and Antiquities of the Jews, which provide valuable insights into the history and culture of ancient Judea and surrounding regions. He was a prominent figure in Jewish-Roman relations, and his writings are key sources for understanding events like the Jewish-Roman War and figures like James the Just and John the Baptist. Here's the quote from the translation by William Whiston.
As therefore Ananus was of such a disposition, he thought he had now a good opportunity, as Festus was now dead, and Albinus was still on the road. So he assembled a council of judges, and brought before it the brother of Jesus, the so-called Christ, whose name was James, together with some others, and having accused them as lawbreakers, he delivered them over to be stoned.
Martyrdom. According to both Josephus and Eusebius, James was martyred in 62 CE. Josephus records that he was stoned to death by order of the high priest Ananus. This act was condemned by many Jews who believed James was unjustly killed. James wrote a practical and moral exhortation, emphasizing the importance of faith expressed through good works and advocating for humility, patience, and social justice. It is commonly known as the Epistle of James in the New Testament. James the Just played a crucial role in the early Christian community, especially in Jerusalem, and his legacy as a just and righteous leader continued to influence both Christianity and Judaism. And now, it's time to test your knowledge on the life and legacy of James the Just with this short quiz. Just say it if the statement is true or false. 1. James the Just was a brother of Jesus according to both Christian and Jewish historical sources. Answer: true. 2. Josephus, a Jewish historian, wrote about James the Just in his work, Modern History of the Jews. Answer: false. 3. James the Just was one of the original 12 apostles chosen by Jesus. Answer: false. 4. Paul wrote the epistle addressed to James in the New Testament. Answer: false. 5. James the Just was a brother to John. Answer: false.
And now, here are 5 multiple-choice questions on James the Just. 1. Which ancient Jewish historian wrote about James the Just in his work, Antiquities of the Jews? A. Philo of Alexandria. B. Tacitus. C. Josephus. D. Pliny the Elder. Correct answer: C. Josephus. 2. What was James the Just known for in terms of his lifestyle? A. Lavish living. B. Ascetic habits. C. Warrior prowess. D. Intellectual pursuits. Correct answer: B. Ascetic habits. 3. What significant event in the early Christian church did James the Just preside over? A. Council of Nicaea. B. Council of Jerusalem. C. Council of Chalcedon. D. Council of Trent. Correct answer: B. Council of Jerusalem. 4. Who was James the Just martyred by? A. King Herod. B. Pontius Pilate. C. High Priest Ananus. D. Nero. Correct answer: C. High Priest Ananus. 5. How was James the Just martyred? A. Crucifixion. B. Beheading. C. Stoning. D. Drowning. Correct answer: C. Stoning. Here's a bonus question. Which apostle refers to James the Just as the Lord's brother? A. Peter. B. John. C. Paul. D. Matthew. Correct answer: C. Paul.
Your comments and suggestions would be highly appreciated. Please subscribe to encourage us to make more videos like this. Thank you and God bless you, now and always.